Hello, greetings, dudes and dudettes. Welcome to my Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. And we just have managed our first run, and the real story now begins. I've spent my karma points on charisma, body, and biotech, I think it was. Yeah. Now back to the safe house and discuss what we have found. And there's a lot to discuss. I have discussions with all of my team members. Let's talk to Blitz. Blitz looks up at your approach. The table beside him is littered with cigarette butts, and the data jack cable dangles from a portable terminal set up by his side. Hey, Chief. You need some? Any thoughts about the last run that you'd like to share? Well, Chief, I wasn't around for most of it, but you got me out of that hotel, and for that you've got my eternal thanks. Now that you're all settled in, I've got some questions for you. Blitz glances wistful back at the terminal on the table, then turns back with a sigh of resignation. I suppose. But try to keep it short, okay, Chief? I've got things to do. How long were you in Dragonfall? I ended up there after the anarchist revolution of '39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realize how good I was. How much money I could have made working the shadows. He shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with the gang crowd, and that was that. You were a member of the drug gang. Why should I trust you? Why wouldn't you, Chief? I mean, just look at me. He does his best to give you a winning smile. I'm a trustworthy guy. Prove it. Tell me about the gang you ran with. Well, I don't know all that much, Chief. I wasn't a member of the gang leadership or anything. I'm not really sure why you care, either. Consider it a test. I need to know where your loyalty lies. Loyalties lie. He rolls his eyes. If that's what it'll take for you to trust me, fine. Anything for you, Chief. Well, where to begin? When I first arrived at Dragonfall, I spent some time talking in the lay of the land. The Schwarze Herzen were still a pretty small gang, strictly street level, but I could see they were going places. I did a little pro bono decking for their leader, a fat little dwarf named Dieter. Soon enough, I was a part of the family. For a drug gang, the Schwarze Herzen were decent enough folks. I made a lot of money with them, helped them take the hotel in the first place. We had a lot of good years then. Then Dieter was killed in a firefight, and our happy little family fell apart. Was that when the hotel got attacked? Blitz takes a deep breath, shifts his weight from one foot to another. Not exactly. The Schwarze Herzen maintained their hold on Drogenkippe, but the change of leadership was bad news for me. After Dieter kicked the bucket, his second in command took over. She was a real piece of work, called herself Leonie Luster. She has had a vicious streak a mile long, and she was none too fond of me. Did she turn on you? Immediately. I don't know why. Maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dieter back before he ate that bullet. Or maybe she was just jealous of my rock good looks. Who the hell knows? The point is, she went after me, vigorously. Within 24 hours of Dieter's death, I had a price on my head, and then the hotel got taken over. So that's what you need to know about the Schwarze Herzen. They were a great gang, a powerful gang, helped to make them that way. I had to make them that way. Then they had a management turnover and everything went to hell. Blitz rocks on his feet, his hands in his pocket. That's it. End of story. Anything else you want to talk about? Wait a second. That isn't it. There are some pretty big holes in that story. Come on, Chief. This is all ancient history. Wouldn't you rather talk about the future? The runs we're gonna go on? All the money we're gonna make? Blitz, tell me what happened between Luster putting the price on your head and the hotel getting attacked. Alright, Chief. Fine. If that's what it'll take to make you happy. So, I was in a bind, right? The members of the Schwarze Herzen who were loyal to Luster were all out for my blood, and none of the others were gonna stick their necks out for me. The advantage of being a gangster is protection in numbers. When those numbers turn against you, you've got to get creative if you want to stay alive. What did you do? This taps the plastic of his data jack. What I had to. Luster had declared war on me, so I retaliated, and I won. All without ever firing a shot. It's size. You won't be satisfied until I spell it out, will you? Okay, fine. I hacked into Luster's computer and sent all of her information to a rival organization. Remember Frank from the hotel? He was my liaison. They hit the Schwarze Herzen and they hit him hard. Then they took the hotel and then they took me. I'll admit that the plan backfired a little. Served you right for ratting out your own gang, you traitor, Blitz. Whoa, back down, Chief. Remember they betrayed me first. I did the only thing I could do to keep myself alive. I don't like what you did, but I guess I can understand why you did it. It lets out a sigh of relief. Thanks, Steve. I knew you'd understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to what I was doing. He gives you a lazy salute. We'll talk later, I'm sure, and Chief, I'm glad to be a member of the team. Okay, fine. A traitor. Here's something we can do. Basically level up our team members. She already got body +1, range combat +1, dodge +1, rifle +1. Iga is already improving, and I can choose between specializing on shotgun or specializing on sniper. I think that snipering will be more efficient in the long run. So, next. Blitz can do nothing, we just picked him up. Glory improved her body, her quickness, range combat, close combat and throwing weapons. And of course I'm gonna improve her razor specialist ability. I mean, she's the only one good in close combat, and she should be better in close combat. She should be very good. Blade specialist. Thrown weapons. His accuracy with thrown knives is improved. I don't think that's gonna pay out. Dietrich's electro crossbow now strips 1 armor from affected targets. I take that. And yeah, we're one time around and we're done. Okay, fine. Confirm. Now we're gonna have a chat with Paul to see how it's going on. Amsel's expression is harder than you've seen it before. When he speaks, his voice is grim. Iker has told me of Green Winter's death. She said that he died in the same manner that Monica did. She shouldn't have done that. Speaking for the team is my job, not hers. Do not be too hard on her. The sight of Winter's body has shaken her to the considerable extent. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe. A package full of very old discs. May I see them? Hand over the discs? Of course. Good God. Gingerly, Amsel lifts a disc from the bundle and holds it up into the light. Slowly he begins to turn it in his hand, causing rainbow patterns to shimmer across its surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. This is a DVD-RW, a data storage medium from the mid-2000s. I'm amazed that Winters was able to find a device that could play it. Do you know how we can read these things? He puts down the DVD in his hand and quickly inspects the others. The first disc that I looked at might be readable. The others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. There is a little shop outside the data heaven. Talk to the proprietor, Malit Holly. She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. I'm on it. Let's go. Dante. You look down to see a pair of bright eyes set into scruffy face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. I pet him. Just like that. There is Malit. Holy. Hailey. I don't know. The dwarvish tax vendor smiles at you with practiced ease. Her almond eyes, twinkle with the glare from a dozen trit screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to the data heaven. Can I help you with something? Broken drone. I acquired this drone. Can you get it up and running again? Yeah, probably. It might take a bit of doing, though. I love working on these old corpse drones. Can't make you any guarantees, but either way it's on the house. I leave it in your hands. I'll start on it right now. See you later. Hang on a second, there was something else that I wanted to talk with you about. She glances back at you, up at you. Yes? Go on then, I'm listening. I'm looking for something that can play back a DVD-RW. Really? This is old tech, very old in fact. Just a moment, I will go look. She turns to rummage through the bin of obsolete components at the back of her stall. Ah, yes, here we are. The dwarf rattles a mid-sized flat screen display out of the bin. This display has enough hookups to connect to a DVD player. RCA, you know, vintage. The player itself, though, this I do not have. You may wish to try your look down at the junkyard. There is a scavenger there, a primitive man with a crude disposition. If anyone here in the Kreuzbazaar can help you find a DVD player, he can. But he will almost certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. She takes a deep breath and smiles up at you. But you are not here for gossip. Shall we conclude our business? I will give you the display for, say, 200 million. Paul Amsel said to charge it to his account. Ah, very well. I will have it packaged up and delivered to Herr Amsel straight away. Best of luck finding your DVD reader. I wish you well. Okay. Boom boom. By the way, I just totally confidently visit Altu. And, well, just checking in. The Turk leans into you, keeps his voice low. I have information regarding the matter my people were looking into, Effendim. The only involving the surveillance device on my data tab. I too. I've been waiting for my coffee for nearly an hour already. Are you growing the beans out back? The coffee vendor shouts. Can't you see that I am speaking to an honored guest, you tower of quivering corpulence? Now then, as I was saying, that we were fortunate that you happened upon that surveillance tab when you did. The people on the other end were planning a very bad thing, to be sure. Very bad thing? Quite bad, yes. Monica Schaefer was an important member of this community, more than most were aware of. This kiez was under her protection. You know how it is in the flux. If him, the governance of a place like this is tenuous at best. You never know who is going to be in charge from one day to the next. But Monica was stabilizing force. And not just because she was dangerous. She was smart and funny and wise, and she had a way with people. They wanted to support her, to follow her, because they loved her. When she was killed, it left an opening for others. It would have meant bloodshed and pain if this council had been followed to continue their plan. But they did not. We saw to it, and I. Oh, what happened to them? They have been reasoned with, let us simply say. The matter is settled and leave it at that. The Kreuzbazar will maintain its stability a while longer, thanks to us. Now, can I do, what can I do for you, Evandim? Would you like some coffee, perhaps? Exactly. 5 Nguyen, Softcuff. Black. Or, no, coffee as in real coffee, not Softcuff? Yes, for individuals of a refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. Cafe owner looks you in the eye. The tone of his voice grows low and serious. This is top shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public, only for those few discerning connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. I think I'm the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about the Turkish coffee. It is hand-picked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the Sixth World. This was considered a luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere, every street corner, they say. Bulagazzi leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with a commingled scent of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to Soykaf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. Alright, you sold me. How much? This is a specialty item, delivered at some cost. I cannot part with this for less than 50 nuyen a cup. Okay, 50 nuyen, deal. Pay the man. Very good. Bulagazzi hands you a ceramic travel cup, with, which he then fills to the brim with dark, steaming liquid. The scent is intoxicating. Is there anything more that I can do? Just killing time. I'll be going now. So, I'm just gonna check into the talismonger shop again. Have a little chat with Absinthe. Absinthe turns to face you. She takes care to avoid looking you in the eye. Slick Flimsy. A pleasure, as always. What can I do for you? I want to read your aura. Your third eye slides open and you find yourself starting at nothing. Where the elf's aura should be, an hazy grey smear undulates instead. Absinthe's voice slides into your ears like a living thing. You won't catch sight of me that way, elf. My true self is hidden, tucked away behind a veil of time and ether. Be thankful you wouldn't like what you'd see. The third eye slides shut again, involuntarily this time. Back in the material world, you find yourself rubbing your temples against a sudden headache. It feels like eye strain, only 1,000 times worse. Ouch. Don't worry, the pain will fade in time. I wouldn't recommend doing that again, though. You don't need to worry about that. I won't try to read your aura again anytime soon. She nods. Believe me, it is for the best. I'm looking to buy some magic. Then you'll want to talk to Algernon. He's just around the corner. That's all I need. Be well, Elf. Yes, be well, Elf. Hello again. May I help you? If you're selling, I'm buying. Show me your inventory. And now I'm going to buy it. The apprentice outfit that grants me willpower and charisma. I want to have it. Some spells, maybe? Some spells? Huh? Fog? No. Quiet bomb? No. Silence? Slow? That's it? Nothing new? Nothing new. Okay, then the outfit it will be. Nothing more. Too bad. I will invent some points into spellcasting. There's some good stuff going on. I mean, why not multi-class with the mage? Just a little. Just for the fun and for the giggle. Oh, this looks nice. This looks nice. Sure. Kommt da. Très chic. Next up, no, we have to go around. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Yeah, there's a Schrotty. Scrotty? No. Scrotum? No, Schrotty. Schrotty. A startled man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkering with to squint at you through thick, old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with an old, oil-stained finger as he straightens up to nod at you. He speaks with a gruff, but well-meaning tone, heavily accented with German tonality. Guten Tag. What can I do for you? Mali tells me you're the man to speak to about DVDs. That little shrew sent you my way, huh? Shorty's smile broadens. Well, wonders never cease. Well, introductions are in order, I suppose. Schrotty Buchmann, at your service. The old man raises a grimy hand in salute. Need something salvaged? Some old components, vielleicht? I'm indeed your man. Wonderful. How about that DVD player? Well, let's see. I think that I've got something that'll work for you. Schrotty rummages through the junk heaped on the table behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shape from the pile. Ah, here we go. An old Korean player that I dug up last week. 2010 model, a real beauty. Schrotty's smile broadens and he gives you a conspiratorial wink. I fixed her up and got her running, but without any discs to read, I've mostly been using her as a paperweight. Sounds like what I'm looking for. How much do you want for it? Schrotty glances back at the DVD player and a rueful expression on his face. Well, I'll admit I'm a little loath to part with her. There are plenty of folks out there who'd really appreciate an older player such as this. and I don't know what your intentions are for it. I suppose given the time and trouble I took putting her back together, that I'd be willing to part with her for, say... Shoddy's eyes dart over your gear, a calculated expression on his face. About 500 million. That's ridiculous. I never buy a tribute player for that. Yeah, but you can get one of those anywhere. You can get one of those anywhere. You ain't gonna find another of these anytime soon. But it's not like I get offers to buy these every day, so I'll cut you a deal. How's 350 sound? Still too rich for my blood. Would you take a trade? The old man pauses for a moment, considering. I'll tell you what. A few months ago, I had a, call it a difference of opinion with that Burak Gazi fellow from the Soykap shop. He hasn't let me into his establishment since, and I'll sell the family farm for a decent cup of coffee. Get me a cup of Turkish coffee, the real stuff, not that fake junk, and I'll give you the DVD player. Sounds like a deal? Turkish coffee. Hand him your coffee. As it happens, I have a mug right here. Ah, thank you. Shroddy gratefully accepts the copy, then snaps the lid back and inhales deeply, wiggling his mustache as he processes the scent. Yep, that's the real stuff, all right. Shroddy gingerly picks up an ancient device from the table and presses it into your hands. The plastic is scuffed and worn, and it rattles a bit when you move it. Give us some good use, okay? Fine. We're making progress. Anything I need to talk about with those people here? I've got a new drug formula. Maybe I'm gonna talk to Zach. And I'm gonna examine his ears, because now my biotech is high enough. The scars are subtle, but to your trained eye, they stand out as though they were drawn on with red ink. It appears that Zach's ears have been surgically cut, folded, and stitched back together again. The implication is clear. Zach Flash is not an elf, but a human who's had cheap plastic surgery to try to make himself look like one. You've heard of elf posers before, but you've never seen one in Germany until now. Poser. He's from Posen, and that makes him a poser. Yeah, and he's got fake ears. Does the whole magic elf routine help with sales? Help me out here, poser. All at once, the smile vanishes from Zach's face. A bead of sweat traces its way down his cheek. Yeah, it does. So, you're not gonna tell anyone about this, right, friend? So, what'll you give me to keep your little secret? Easy on money. Flash. Up to the stash. Yeah, I figured. Hang on a second. Hang on. He thrusts his hand into the pocket of his filthy jacket and rummages around. Eventually he fishes out a small vial and a filthy cred stick. Here, some flash and some cash. Enjoy. Now, are we done or what? Formula Jess. I've got a formula for a combat stim. Can you produce something like that? Oh, you know, I'm your man. I can hook you up right now. What's the deal with the special concoction? Flash grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large, and there's something menacing about the sight of those two white teeth. Two white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. Appropriate. The propriety blend, designed and delivered by yours truly. Pharmaceutical-grade kamikaze cut, with genuine spirit residue from the turn, and then mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He produces a small packet filled with iridescent purple granules from the pocket of his dirty jeans. You want to get high? With some Nova Coke and throw yourself a party. But if you want to soar, get yourself some flash. So, you want to conduct a little business? Show me what you got. I think I'm going to take some of this jazz. It's a new drug and it works pretty good. Quickness +2 and AP +1. It's not bad. Fine. Just one. Just for the laughs and giggles. No, this definitely looks better and is better. Okay. Anyway, I was distracted. Anything we can do at the cyber clinic? Anything new to talk about? Yes. Welcome back. What can I do for you, my friend? Schematic auto injector hyper. I found this schematic. Did you think you can hook me up with this chrome? Very nice. The design appears to be simple enough. Yes, I should be able to provide you with this. It won't be cheap though. I need medical supplies. 1 Bumona trauma kit and 1 basic med kit. That's it. We're running low on money again. That's not good. And we're not done yet, even. We're not done buying crap. Oh, der Weinkeller. Simmy. The girl with the chip in her head stands with her eyes closed, rocking back and forth. She looks so frail that a light breeze might knock her over, but she somehow stays on her feet. Whether by coincidence or some kind of preternatural junkie awareness, she opens her eyes when we come near. I know you. Maybe by face, not by name. I'm Slick Flimsy. By face, by name, by cry, or by song. Simmy Kim is what most people call me. They think I don't know why, but I do, Monica explained. So what have you been up to? The girl absently fingers the chip jack in her temple. I wanted to escape with the children and the captain. We had to get away from the soldiers, out of Austria. But it was wrong, all wrong. I was taking them over the mountains, but it was the wrong way. I know it was. It would have taken us straight into Germany, not Switzerland. We should take a train, gone to Italy. There we would have been safe. I didn't want to end badly, so I turned it off. Zack sold me something new. In it, I feel strong. I have a son, and he's destined to save the world. I have to protect him because the machines have come back to kill him before he can become a man. Oh no. Connor. I'm a cybernetic organism from the future, John Connor. I'm gonna kill ya. No, I'm gonna protect you against the other machines or something like that. I won't let that happen because in there, I'm strong. Kim's words are bold, her trembling voice and body betrays someone aching for a fix. I catch up with you another time. So, the wine cellar is opened. Is there something new on the phone booth? No, not at all. We have found nothing out. And I go to the wine cellar later in the game. I mean, let's not rush. Anything new to discuss with Lane? The old troll putters about, his artificial joints complaining loudly. He seems heavier today than when you first met, and he takes your approach as reason to seat himself and rest. I understand they put you in charge of Monica's outfit. Word travels fast around here. Hell, an old man farts and the kids across town complain of it. You need something from me? How are people handling the loss of Monica? I think most are still in shock, but just you wait, little past, and then the panic sets in. Few folks of any real discipline around here. Monica kept them calm by keeping them safe. Now that she's gone, they're going to start realizing what a heap of misery this city can be. You consider yourself a man of discipline then? More than most I've met, surely enough to keep my head when the shit hits the fan. Really doesn't matter that much to me, but to the rest it's going to be a different story. Monica kept this place in one piece. She read the flux like a bird reads the wind, or a fish reads the current. Without her there's no telling what's going to happen. Anything else you want to jaw about? I'd like to hear a little more about you. Let me guess, you want to know how I lost the legs? Those prosthetics are antiques. Not like your modern cyberware, that's for sure, but few better options at the time. Lost the legs during the first Euro War, if you must know, in a bombing. Now, you need something else from me? Nope, didn't mean to bother you. Okay. You've been around enough. And I've got the DVD player. Anything to chat about with Malit? Welcome back. What can I do for you? Got that drone fixed yet? These things take time. I'm making progress, so give me a little more. Okay. Everyone gathered, but before I want to watch the DVDs, I'm gonna end this and would say see you in part 7. Bye!